Hey guys, this is Mac here. Uh, so I know uh, that the Switch 2 price is very high, but in this video, I don't want to focus on that. And I have yet to play the Switch 2, of course, but I kind of wanted just to make this video just to kind of go over my the memories with the Switch 1, as well as uh, my memories with certain games on it. So yeah, I won't be focusing on the negatives of the Switch 2, like how it's overpriced, or we won't be talking about any of the Switch 2 games because I hadn't played them yet and I don't have a Switch 2. But let's just focus on Switch 1 for now. So let's get started. So the first game up here is actually a game I got not too long ago, back in April, I think. But it's the Capcom Fighting Collection, the first one. I hadn't played the second one yet, but it looks pretty cool. But anyway, this is it originally released in 2022, so our games consist of Darkstalkers, the Night Warriors, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior, the Lord of Vampire, Vampire Hunter 2, Darkstalkers Revenge, Vampire Savior 2, The Lord of Vampires, Cyberbots, Full Metal Madness, got Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, got Super Gem Fighter Mini Mix, we got Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition, and Red Earth. But so yeah, pretty decent collection of games. I think my favorite out of the games would have to be, what is it? Will most likely have to be Vampire Savior, the first one, mainly just due to its very fast gameplay. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and play a quick round real quick. But this is actually really cool. I just like how Darkstalkers is basically just Street Fighter but with monsters. Now, of course, this isn't the last time we'll definitely be talking about Street Fighter or Capcom in this video, because I got two more Capcom fighting games for you, but we also got, I think, one more Capcom game after this. I think it was Mega Man 11, but we'll get there eventually. But, okay, next game. So I'm basically just going in alphabetical order with these games. But the next game on here is Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Now the game came out in 2017 originally on the PlayStation 4, but it didn't come to Switch until 2018, and got this game on Christmas of 2019. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. Just I'll admit that whenever I was younger, I wasn't much of a PlayStation kid, but honestly, this gives me wasn't really much of a PlayStation kid. I was always the Nintendo kid growing up, but this was a cool one. Now PlayStation was something my mom grew up more with. Of course, my dad was a Nintendo guy. I was a Nintendo kid, just you. But out of all the other PlayStation characters, Crash, Spyro, and them, there's a few others too, but they're all pretty great. I'll just go ahead and get through this level real quick. I'm gonna see if I can get through this level and collect all the boxes. You know, what's in the box? Well, which path do I go? Ah, crap. Yeah, I know I don't really have a whole lot to say about this one, but it's a pretty good game though. I mean, we can probably... What? Seriously? Yeah, I know it looks like I'm terrible at this, but trust me, I'm just not timing my jumps. I promise you I'm good at it. Okay. Okay, last try. I'm not even going to try getting all the boxes this time. Yeah, at least I got a life back. And maybe I can try and give it a shot. Maybe not. Crap. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about boxes. Yeah, that's how I feel. Oh well, next game. So the next game on here is Crash Team Racing, which I'm just now playing on my normal Switch. But I've played this game before, but I'll admit that I've mainly only played it on the Switch Lite, which is the strictly handheld Switch. I mean, it's a fun game. I mean, I still prefer Mario Kart over this, but I guess I'll go ahead and let the. Oh, there we go. For a second, I forgot how to play. Yeah, I hadn't played this in so long, but yeah, like I said, I'm always more of a Mario Kart kind of guy. But yeah, I got this on Christmas of 2019. If anything, I think my mom was more excited about this than I was because this is a game that, because CTR was a game that she used to play. I mean, she was just, yeah, like I said, she was more of the PlayStation kind of person. Let's see if I can get this. Ah, crap. They even do the little sped up jingle, like how they do in Mario Kart. And yes, I just ran into that rock. What is that fire ship looking awful like the one from One Piece? Oh well. Next game. Oh yes. The next game on this list is Dragon Ball Fighters. Uh, this game originally came out in early 2018, but didn't come out on Switch until like I want to say I think it came out in September, I think. But anyway, I got this game back in 2018. I think in October. But anyway, this was a great game. It's got that Marvel vs. Capcom feel and love Arc System style. It just fits Dragon Ball, and it just looked like it came straight out of the anime. And this was whenever I was getting into Dragon Ball Z. Crap. But yeah, this game came out around the same time whenever I was getting into Dragon Ball Z. And the three I'm playing as were my mains. I also mained Cell and Frieza, mainly because, well, Dragon Ball had a great list of villains. I'll play a match of this real quick before we go on to the next game. Yeah, it's even got that 3v3 tag team style like in Dragon Ball Z. Not Dragon Ball Z, Marvel vs. Capcom. Matter of fact, the demo, this got announced around the same time the hype for Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Z, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out. Like, how do I forgot how I switch characters in this game? It's kind of been a little while since I played it. As you can tell, I'm getting my butt beat by Goku. Although I'm pretty sure this basically killed all hype for Infinite, mainly because people were not really excited about the lack of X-Men and the graphics and just the fact that it would be the 2v2 system instead of 3v3. Oh, about time. Perform the destructive finish.
Not a bad attack. That might actually leave a bruise.
Oh well, next game. Alright. The next game on this list is Ghostbusters, the video game. It was remastered, of course. But the game was originally released in 2009, I think. And this actually serves as Ghostbusters 3 before Ghostbusters, the actual Ghostbusters 3 being Ghostbusters Afterlife came out. I got the game in 2020, just 1 year before Ghostbusters Afterlife would release. Also, and also what's really cool is that when this game originally came out back in 2009, they got all the Ghostbusters actors back to voice their respective characters. And for a while, this was the only Ghostbusters 3 that existed until we got the actual Ghostbusters 3. And I'll just stop here before I get copyrighted for the Ghostbusters theme. I thought I turned the music off. So this next game I'm just going to get over with real quick. It's called Has Been Heroes. I'll admit, I hadn't played this game very much because every time I try to do something, I'm just don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, next game. So the next game on the list here is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. The game was released in 2022. I got mine while I was on a beach trip in Florida, back when I was still living in North Carolina. I don't necessarily have a whole lot to say, but so I'll just go ahead and Okay, this ability is useless. Why? At least with this one. Oh, I guess maybe not. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh well. Oh wow. And I know this game's getting released on Switch 2. I mean, well, released on Switch 2. But honestly, when it comes to the Switch 2 ports of like Switch 1 games, I'll probably just stick with the Switch 1 versions, mainly because I don't really see much of a point. Even though there's new content and all, I don't really see much of a point for paying $80 for a new Kirby game. For a Kirby game that already released like 2 or 3 years ago. But then again, this isn't really a video focusing on the Switch 2. It's just going to be a video focusing on the first Switch. See what's up here. Oh wow. Yeah, I hadn't played this game in a little bit. What's up? Okay, this is just dumb fun right now. Okay, next game. Alright, next game on the list is actually the first Kirby game that got released on the Switch, to my mind. It, it's called Kirby Star Allies. Honestly, I like Forgotten Land better, but I also thought this Kirby game was a good game. Yeah, I'll most likely get through the first stage for you guys. Hmm. Yeah, I hadn't played this game in forever, and sorry if I hadn't really been talking much during this one. But then again, I hadn't really been talking much about the other ones either. Also, I just want to point out how the burning Leo, whenever it's green, he kind of looks like Blanca from Street Fighter. Just thought I might point it out. Okay, we'll go on to the next game now. I was just having too much fun. Okay, the next game on the list is Lego Worlds, which I know it's just Minecraft but with Lego, but it's kind of fun to play, I'm not gonna lie. Though I do wish it was more like your traditional Lego game where you unlock all sorts of different characters and stuff. Hang on, what kind of weapon do I get? Okay. Oh, I mean, I guess I could have tried that weapon right there. Hang on. Better yet. I mean, was there a way I can... No, stop. I mean, wasn't there a way I can just, let's see. Items, look. I'll just try every sword I can, possibly. Or, oh wait a second, there's a dragon. So... Is it actually taken? Oh, crap. Maybe try this one? Come here, Yeti. Can't remember what sword it usually takes to kill certain enemies. Oh, there we go. I'll admit, I mainly just play this game just to mess around with the maps and just kill enemies. And just get killed by dragons. Well, anyway, I'll just kill just one last character, then I'll just move on to the next game now. Enough said. So the next game is kind of a weird one, but it's also kind of funny too, because, well, whenever I found out that this game got announced, I thought this was one of the weirdest things, but one of the funniest things ever. I mean, like, it's Mario crossing over with the Rabbids. What more could you want? I know it would probably make more sense if he crossed over with Rayman, but at this point, the Rabbids are basically Ubisoft's Mario. Rayman's just practically forgotten about. Although he had a DLC in the next game. But this is Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's more of a RPG centered game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you much gameplay because I'm just talking over, like cutscenes and stuff. And I remember beating this game for the first time back in 2018, and it was one of the coolest things ever. Like, mind you, I think this was actually the first RPG game I remember beating. But yeah, this was a cool game, and I hadn't gone to the gameplay yet. but I bet you it still looks as good as I remember it. Though I wish there was an option that where I could just skip the cutscene and get to the gameplay. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say on the game. But hey, it's a good game. All right, so the next game on the list is Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which I honestly thought was a better game than I thought it was better than the first. I love the first game. And honestly, the game was improved in a lot of ways. And I also love how they actually gave the Rabbids, mainly Rabbid, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and and certain new characters too. And also like how they let you roam around the place where you just didn't have to rely on Beepo too much to just to attack enemies, you know. I'll probably just play through this real quick. So yeah, with that out of the way, I think we can just move on to the next game. So the next game on the list is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now this game was, and now we're getting into some more of the good stuff right here, but the game was originally released on the Wii U back in 2014, which I remember playing immensely and playing a lot back in 2015 and 16, respectively, mainly because, well, most of my attention in 2014 was mainly devoted to Smash Bros. For Wii U. Crap. Yeah, I'll admit that I'm not really too great with racing games, like with maybe the exception of Mario Kart, but other than that, just never really been too fond of them. But I'll go ahead and do a race real quick, but yeah, I got this game as a late Christmas present, because it came in the mail like a couple days after Christmas. Wait, Bowser Jr.? Seriously? I know this video is not about the Switch 2, but aha! But that new Mario Kart game does look pretty fun, though. I'm not gonna lie. Even if it does cost $80. But if anything, Out of all the first party Nintendo games to be announced so far, I think Donkey Kong Bonanza might have to be my favorite. Maybe just the fact that I honestly like action adventure games more than I do racing games. No. Why? The blooper. Maybe I should do gameplay videos more often. A bit more. Oh crap. No, 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 no! I hate the blue shell. Well, I don't necessarily hate the blue shell, but... Bowser Jr., are you serious? Well, I don't really hate the blue shell, I just hate it when it's just being used on me. I feel like we can all relate to that. Please give me something good. Alright, Bowser Jr. Come on, that should have hit him. Alright. Seeing that I won the race, I'll just go ahead and move on to the next game. So this next game here is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. The game was released in 2019, and if anything, I was probably just as surprised as anyone as when the Marvel Ultimate Alliance series just went straight for Nintendo only and not Xbox and PlayStation. Like, this game's actually published by Nintendo themselves. And it's actually a pretty nice RPG game.
Some weird energy readings just popped up on my map. Any chance it could be survivors? Over there. Such a shiny switch is begging to be flipped. We better clear this junk out of the way. Let's see what's behind door number 2.
Yeah, I know I'm not talking much, but I actually got this game during one of our when I was at Myrtle Beach one time.
There's only one way out.
I'll just go ahead and make it through the first stage real quick. This probably shouldn't take too off. Well, not the first stage, but at least until I get to some enemies. But yeah, this was coming out right when the hype for stuff like Avengers Endgame. And also, now one of my favorite things about this game was that when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out, it had no representation from the X-Men and Fantastic Four. But I was hyped whenever I saw that Wolverine and them would be coming back. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and get the Nebula boss fight out of the way.
Your presence here may have exposed us all. For that, I must pay.
Things ain't going down easy. Quite smart. Block her attacks.
Okay, I pretty much just made it through the first boss, so next game. So the next game on the list is the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. So this is a collection of all the classic arcade games. Like you got X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom New Age of 2 New Age of Heroes, and the classic Punisher beat 'em up game. Now I got really excited when this game got announced because I was desperately wanting to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 again. That was my favorite out of the Marvel vs. Capcom series, and that was actually the first Marvel vs. Capcom game I ever played. No, I don't want to play as Son, but I guess I'll do it. And I'll just go ahead and get Gambit on there. But yeah, I played it on the Xbox 360 a lot. Come on. Yeah, I'm not really good with Son. And that was actually right around whenever people was hyped for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I was really good with pulling off combos. Okay. Alright. I'll just go ahead and move on to the next game. Okay, so the next game on the list is Mega Man 11. I got this game back in December of 20. Well, I totally just missed that jump. But anyway, I got this game back in December of 2018, a little bit after it originally came out. Also, I got it while I was on a Myrtle Beach trip. I don't necessarily have a whole lot to say, but the game is pretty cool. And I'll be honest, I hadn't really played a Mega Man game in a while. Yeah, I'll probably just make it through this enemy real quick. Then I'll, maybe. No, maybe I'll just. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel comfortable moving on to the next game. I don't necessarily have a whole lot more to say about this one. So the next game up is Metroid Dread. Now, this came out in 2021, but this to me was a big deal when it came out because this was the actual first Metroid game to come out on the Switch, and we were still waiting for Metroid Prime 4, and this was a nice thing to get while waiting for Metroid Prime 4. Granted, it's supposed to come out sometime this month if it has, well, sometime this year if it hadn't came out yet. Though, to be honest, I'm not really too sure when it comes out. Well, I'd want to show you some gameplay, but the cutscenes are taking forever, so I've just pretty much talked through it. And also, I did get this while I was on a Myrtle Beach trip. But anyway, next game. Alright, now we got some Minecraft for you. I got this game back in 2018, and it was just mainly there to, what was it? I mainly got this. Now, of course, I wanted to get Minecraft on the Switch, but I also wanted to get something that'll hold me over until something like Dragon Ball FighterZ or Smash Ultimate, which came out the same year. And I'd show you more, but it's just taking forever to load. Or, oh, okay. And also, I mainly like the Nintendo versions of Minecraft more, mainly because we get the Mario skins. Oh wow. So let me just go ahead and just show you around. Like this, I made this house just a little about a year ago actually when I made this house. Yes, it's made out of lapis lazuli. Okay, I just had to make a reference to the Jack Black movie. But yeah, I have iron golems guarding my house because mobs. Although I'm pretty sure I put it back on peaceful. Then we go in. Pretty much made a living room. Got a little living room area. Dining room. And here's supposed to be a bathroom. Like there's a bathtub, a toilet. There's a shower. Or wait a second, the toilet was over there. This is the sink. But yeah, I made a TV and also this is the kitchen, of course. Got like some cabinets and stuff. I guess one can be a refrigerator or freezer. There's the cabinets. Then here's a guest room. Another guest room. another guest room, and of course my room, which has a bunch of cats and a few dogs. Yep, some doggos. Got a bed, bookshelf. Yep. Well, anyway, and also I'm pretty sure my room also had a view. Or well, technically this is where a lot of mobs had spawned. I mainly try to keep it bright just to keep mobs out of the house. Like there's a slime right there. Anyway, just kill that one real quick. Those little buggers. Oh well. Next game. Alright. The next game, I don't think this is a game you can even play anymore, because I think Telltale Games went out of business or something. Which I don't think I'm really going to show you much gameplay though. So yeah, this is Minecraft Story Mode. This is actually one of the first Switch games I ever got, though. This is, of course, Season 1. Oh well, I'm not really going to say a whole lot about this one, but I do remember liking most of it. Anyway, next game. Okay, this is another one that I'm not really going to be showing you much from, mainly because I don't really feel like digging out the little Pokeball Joy-Con that it works with. But I actually enjoyed Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. But I'll be honest, I mainly just got this one for my birthday and alongside with Smash Ultimate, and most of my time just went into Smash Ultimate, but I still like this game though. Oh well, next game. Okay. Next game here is Shaq Fu. Legend Reborn. I'll admit, the only reason why I know Shaq Fu is because there was this one episode of this one show. Well, technically it's a spin-off of a show called The Goldbergs, but the actual show was called School, and where The Goldbergs took place in the 80s, it Schooled takes place in the 90s. And one of those games referencing the show Schooled was Shaq Fu for the Super Nintendo, and I'm pretty sure, and I also got this for Christmas in 2019. And the game plays okay. It's actually a pretty cool game to play through. I mean, it's a simple beat 'em up. So you can't go wrong with that. You know what? I think that's enough said. I think we can move on to the next game. Okay, next game on the list is Sonic Colors Ultimate, the remaster of the classic known as Sonic Colors. I know there was a lot of mixed reactions on this version of the game, but I honestly enjoyed it though, despite those. I mean, like, it's a remaster of a classic, and also, how can you forget that awesome soundtrack and the utilization of the wisps? Ah, crap, I missed that red ring. Although, yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I got this when I was at Myrtle Beach, along with I got this in Metroid Prime back in 2021 in December. Maybe it might have been early 2022, because because we were around for New Year's. Yeah, I'll make it through this level. Then I'll move on to the next. Okay. It's decent. Oh well, next game. Okay. This is a controversial one. So, Sonic Forces. I'm actually going to admit this is going to be a controversial opinion, but I honestly did not mind Sonic Forces. I know I'm probably going to be getting some threats in the comments, but honestly, I honestly don't mind this game. I know it has its flaws, and I'm not going to act like it's the best Sonic game ever, but because it's not the best Sonic game ever. But it does have its moments. Like, I actually do like the Sonic OC creator, as much as it gets memed on. Although I do agree with it. Agree with the majority whenever whenever it gets brought up that classic Sonic didn't really need to be in this game.
Sand everywhere. Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill right now.
And also like the soundtrack too, especially nowadays. Whenever like Infinite, like the track Infinite goes pretty hard. I like the Light of Hope, and I even used some of the soundtrack in my videos. I'm even gonna have a few different songs of what is it, from the soundtrack on the Max Amazing World of Plush movie. I've even used the ending theme, Light of Hope, on for the credits. Also, the song Fist Bump, which features vocals by Doug Robb of Hoobastank, is really cool, especially nowadays. Ever since I got into more alternative bands and listened to Hoobastank, they're pretty good. I'll admit, overall, the game's not really the best, but it does have its moments, if you ask me. Humble opinion. Anyway, next game before another nerd goes after me. Okay, now this is another cool one right here. We got Sonic Superstars. Now, I remember back in 2023 where it was actually good to be both a Mario and a Sonic fan. I mean, like, there was the Mario movie coming out, and you had Super Mario Wonder coming out too, and this game came out as well. Matter of fact, it came out around the same time as Mario Wonder, the same month. What did I just do? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. But yeah, I got this and Super Mario Wonder that around the same time. It was on Christmas Day of 2023. Yeah, I'll make it through this first stage real quick. Then I'll move on to the next game. Oh, crap. But yeah, I just love how this feels like a classic Sonic game. Hope I gotta make it quick. Ah! I don't know if I made it to a checkpoint or not. Okay, I did. Is this a boss fight or? Crap. Yeah, I'll try one more time, then I'll move on to the next. I promise. Crap. Oh well. Next game. Okay. So I'm just gonna do one game in this series. But anyway, this is Sonic X Shadow Generations. Now, it was originally just Sonic Generations, which released in the early 2010s. I can't remember which year exactly. I think it might have been released for Sonic's 20th anniversary. But correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But anyway, I got this game for Christmas last year. I'd say Sonic Generations would actually have to be my favorite out of the series. Well, one of my favorites. I mean, I really love the Though I really love, what is it, Sonic Unleashed, mainly for its, soundtrack. I also loved, Jarrett Reddick's song, Endless Possibilities. In case you don't know who Jarrett Reddick is, he's the, frontman of Bowling for Soup. But he also, did a he also provided the vocals for Endless Possibilities. But he also had songs for stuff like the Jimmy Neutron movie, as well as the doing the theme for Phineas and Ferb. But I bet you guys already knew that. But I'll just make it through this first stage real quick. And then we'll just move on to the next game. I know I've said that a lot. But I really love the Shadow Generations too. I managed to beat that in like 2 days, despite it being difficult at times. But anyway, on to the next game. So we move on to the next game. It's Spyro Reignited Trilogy. This game originally came out in 2018, exclusively for the PlayStation. PlayStation 4, but then it came out on Xbox One and Nintendo Switch in 2019, which also got this for Christmas of 2019, alongside Crash Bandicoot, the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Oh crap. But yeah, it's kind of been a little while since I played these games. Oh, hi, Zoe. Oh look, there's money bags. Ah, crap. Oh well, I don't really have a whole lot more to say. But the game's fun, so on to the next game. Now, this is another game that I'm not really going to really get to show you. But this is Starlink Battle for Atlas. I got it for, it was another game I got for Christmas in 2023, and not 2023, 2019. Came out a year before. Now, it was made by Ubisoft. But if you got the Nintendo Switch version, you can play as Star Fox, as I still have the little figurines of right there. The only reason why I'm not really going to get to show you any like gameplay and stuff like that is because I don't really have all the things, and I don't know to play this game, and I don't know where the controller that connects the little things are. But yeah, that's the short story why. But anyway, next game. Now this is a compilation of sorts. This is the Super Mario 3D collection. Now of course, I can't talk about this particular collection without mentioning the controversies surrounding this. Now, it's a good game, of course. It's nothing like that, but Nintendo ended up making a limited supply of this, and that angered a lot of Nintendo fans. So yeah, I made sure to get my copy before they all ran out, and Nintendo stopped selling them towards March of 2021. Now this collection consists of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, which it may be which is my personal favorite on the collection. But anyway, I think I've uh, I think I've really said enough. Uh, I'm not really gonna sell this game due to how rare it is how how much money it goes for. So I'm going to be sure to keep a hold of this, especially after the whole game preservation uh, where people are getting either sued, dragged to court, or arrested for pirating games that need to be preserved. But anyway, um, but anyway, I'll, that's enough said. On to the next game. Okay, so the next game on here is Super Mario Maker 2, which is a which was a really fun sequel to Super Mario Maker. I love the Wii U version. Loved making all kinds of crazy levels, and it was just really fun to play through. Now, I think this was the first time a Mario Maker game, well, the only Mario Maker game so far to make have a story mode attached, which it was fun. And it also included, of course, it included the previous games you can make levels out of, like the original Mario Brothers, Mario 3, Super Mario World, New Super Mario Brothers, and crap. As well as what's its face. Oh wait a second. Was I supposed to get that power up? Crap. Maybe I was supposed to get that power up. Okay. Yeah, I guess I might as well go until I lose all my lives. But yeah, I got this game a little after it came out, actually. Crap. No. Haha! I just gotta be out of the way of the swamp. No! Hang on, I can... Maybe. Hey. Yes. There we go. Huh, why couldn't I do that before?
That's kind of surprising. Oh well. Anyway, that was fun, but I think we should move on to the next game.
Ooh, now this is another fun one here. Super Mario Odyssey. This was one of my most anticipated games for the Switch, and for a little while, I think might have been my favorite. One of my favorites, right up there with Breath of the Wild. But then Smash Ultimate came, and that became my favorite. Also because it was just Smash. Yeah, we'll skip the movie and go straight to the gameplay. So it was a couple days after Christmas. I got this. Me and a few others ran out to Best Buy just to get some more Switch accessories. Like I ended up getting like some sort of Pro controller, I think, as well as a little game case for my Switch games. I also got this to go along with it. But yeah, I was actually really impressed with this game and ended up falling in love with it. I remember the first time I beat it. Yeah, I think I beat this and Sonic Forces around the same time. This was obviously the better of the two, though. And I hadn't seen much, but I've heard good things about uh, the new Donkey Kong Bonanza game for the Switch 2, but I hadn't seen any spoilers or anything, but heard it was pretty good. And I heard that it was confirmed that some of the team that worked on Mario Odyssey uh, worked on this game too. Now I'm just messing around, okay. Well, anyway, it was pretty fun, but I think I should probably move on to the next game. Okay, the next game we go to is Super Mario Wonder, which I obviously gotten on Christmas of 2023. And yeah, I got it on the same day, of course, as a Sonic Superstars. Oh, stop it. Okay, I'll go right there. But yeah, I thought it was pretty neat, especially with the moments where Mario gets turned into an elephant. But I'll admit, I mainly just played as the Yoshis. And at this point, I'm basically just messing around. So I'll probably just move on to the next game and leave it at this. But yeah, Yoshi can't really use the power-ups. Oh well, next game. Okay, now this is where a lot of things get very interesting. Hopefully. Ah, yes. my favorite game in the entire Switch library. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Just watching that intro over and over again whenever I first got the game, that was one of the best moments of 2018, not gonna lie. And just the hype leading up to this game, from revealing that, from that first direct where it was revealed, and you had the Inklings looking in at the Smash logo, and it got revealed that Link would be in his Breath of the Wild form. And then you have the direct, the E3 direct, where everyone got revealed, and Daisy got revealed as an Echo Fighter, and then there was the reveal of Redley coming in the game. We've been fighting for him for years. Maybe we can get Waluigi in the next game. But then we got like Simon Belmont and Richter Belmont and Chrom and Dark Samus and another character we've been fighting for years, like King K. Rool, and then Isabelle. We had Ken Masters from Street Fighter and Incineroar. And then, of course, you can't forget about the DLC characters like Joker, Hero, Banjo-Kazooie, Terry, Byleth, Piranha Plant. Who else was there? Crap. Oh yeah, that's right. Min Min, Steve, Sephiroth, Pyra/Mythra, Kazuya, and of course Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which still blows my mind to this day, because I did not know what kind of legal hoops Sakurai had to jump through just to get Sora in the game, but that was some cool stuff. Well, anyway, I know I didn't really show any of the gameplay or anything like that, but I think I've said way too much, and I want to keep going on and on about this, but we've got some other games I want to show you, so anyway, on to the next. Okay. Now, this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which has a bunch of different Ninja Turtle games, mainly from the 80s and 90s when Konami was making Ninja Turtle games. Yeah, I pretty much just get all my lives up to maximum. And I think my favorite out of here is the arcade version of Turtles in Time. I obviously remember playing the Super Nintendo version on like the Nintendo Wii homebrew channel. Anybody remember that? And that was before Nintendo was going after people who pirated their games. So yeah, I'll just go on until so I got this game for my birthday last year. So, and I mainly just got it to help me pass the time for the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, which we had just talked about earlier. I think I'm at the end of the level, I think. Yep. I mean, I guess the only real gripe I have with this game is probably just why don't they show the health bars for the bosses, just so you know you're getting close to beating them. Come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, on to the next. Okay. So this is another game that I had gotten for Christmas along with my Switch. So, yeah. I mean, I just love the graphics in this game. You just can't go wrong with that kind of 2D anime art style they kind of went with. I think it was kind of 2D. Well, it's kind of 2D, yeah. And I actually got this in a deluxe collector's edition where was it? Oh yeah, it came with a little booklet explaining everything, and it also came with a map of Hyrule. Which I think I still have the booklet, but I don't think I have the Hyrule map anymore. One of my favorite things in this game is just the open world where you can just explore. And I also love the fact that it's gotten more voice acting. And just love the mechanics where you can just cook stuff and all that. And I also love the combat system in this game and in another game we'll talk about in a little bit, but we're just going in alphabetical order. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to leave it there and move on to the next game. Okay, so this is another cool one here. So this is The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Not gonna lie, that guy kind of looks like Mario. Also, so this is basically a remake of the original Game Boy game. Like it was the first Zelda game to be made without having Ganon or Zelda in it. And also just love the art style in this game and how everyone just has this kind of cartoony chibi look to it. In a way, it kind of reminds me of Wind Waker a little bit, but just without the anime influence. Also, there's Chain Chomp. You can't go wrong with that. Yeah, Chain Chomp from Super Mario Brothers. That's pretty cool. Also, I hate those chickens. They were one of the worst items in Smash. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about this game. So anyway, that's it. On to the next game. Okay, now this one, I was really excited for whenever it got announced. This is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Remastered. I think that's what the full title was. But anyway, it's Skyward Sword. It was released originally in 2010 or 2011, I think. But of course, this is the Switch version, which came out in 2021. But I got this in 2022 on the same day as when was it? Yeah, when I got Kirby and the Forgotten Land for the Switch, and when I was at a beach trip in Florida. And honestly, I was really excited for it because I had never actually gotten to play Skyward Sword yet, and I'm just now got to play Skyward Sword just a few years ago, and I'd say it's probably one of my favorite Zelda games. I even used to have the Wii remote for it. I'd always play like Smash Brawl with it. But anyway, that's all I really have to say about this game. But anyway, it's a great game, and on to the next one. Now we get on to one of the most hyped games of this decade, as well as one of the most hyped games of 2023. We move on to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I remember when everyone was hyped for this whenever it got first announced at that one E3 in 2019. I was pretty hyped for it too. I mean, everyone was talking about how Zelda had a new haircut in the game. I mean, just all around, and it's just a great continuation, and I love the fuse system Link uses in this game. Also, can't go wrong with just the gameplay. It's still great. So, I had got the game as a graduation present whenever I graduated high school back in 2023. But yeah, it's quite a good game. It was quite a good game. And I honestly don't necessarily have a whole lot more to say. But other than that, it was a great game. I'll say that again. And I'll just move on to the next game. Now we move on to Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers. This is the last game in the collection, but this ended up being a late Christmas present because just like Mario Kart, it didn't necessarily come in time.
but I love the art style, how it's just got this 2D look to it, and it looks very updated from the original release of Street Fighter 2. And also, this came out at a perfect time where I was obsessed with fighting games, especially Capcom ones. Even though it came out the same year as the awful Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Not Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Can't believe I accidentally dissed my own favorite game. Oh well, I'll go ahead and beat Balrog real quick, then I'll just say a few words in the video. Crap. I was too focused on trying to pull off a super. Oh well, I might as well just beat him real quick, not even worry about it, pulling off a super. I mean, I was pulling off supers like crazy in the Capcom Fighting Collection version of Street Fighter 2. But, oh well, let's just beat him real quick. Alright, I beat him. Now we can, now that was, of course, the last game in the collection, so few words in the video. So thank you for watching the video. This was just a fun little video I made just to show off the collection of Switch games I own. Also, just to show you gameplay and give my commentary and retrospectives on all these games. But anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed it. I know this was a late video to be in honor of the release of the Switch 2. Though I will be honest, it did have its flaws, and I can't really say, well, other than the pricing, I can't really say for certain about other flaws because I don't own the Switch 2. But yeah, the prices are ridiculous. But this video hadn't been about that. And I've also heard good things about some of the games like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Which I had this video, I didn't have like a script. I mainly wanted it to be unscripted. But I had this video planned for a little while now, and I'm just now getting to release it. But anyway, hope you guys liked the video, so like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified for new videos. Be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Links for those will be down in the description. As always, I've been Matt Green. Hope you guys have a nice day.
I see it, and now it's all within my reach. I see it now. It's always been inside